All right. Welcome back, fifth graders, to Friday, best day of the week. It is April 17th today. We do have a lot of things that are being wrapped up today, or at least by this weekend, guys. Friday is kind of that day for us where we do have some individual things to do. The brain game will still be there. The quick quiz. Both groups, math groups today, have a quick quiz in their folder. Please make sure you look at any videos, any other tutorials before you do that quick quiz. I would also recommend going into Think Central before you do your quick quiz because there is a quick quiz practice in there. We're at about 50% of the students in each class at this point, guys, who have done the quick quiz, but just make sure that you understand that there is a lot of ways to practice before you do that quick quiz. And just because you take it one time does not mean that you have to stay with that score. We are allowing quick quizzes to be done multiple times. So make sure you are attempting that to get a higher score or as high a score possible as you can on those quick quizzes. For science today, guys, there is something called the oobleck activity. If you have the cornstarch, if you have some of that in your house, it's kind of a fun activity to do. If you do not have that stuff and you don't have the materials and you aren't able to do the actual activity, hands-on activity, there are a bunch of videos in that same folder that you can look at. And the only thing really required for science today is simply reflecting on that activity, whether you do it physically or whether you watch the video. There's just a couple questions for you to answer that kind of respond back to what did you notice about this substance. So please do that. All these things, guys, again, Think Central, Prodigy, all of our Schoology assignments, all those kinds of things will be put into the gradebook probably Monday morning. I have had some people who have contacted me and said, Mr. Mace, I finished this assignment. It was from the previous week. That I need that, guys. Right now, as we start getting deeper into this distance learning, it definitely gets harder and harder for me to keep track of people who have late and missing assignments, because as I go back and am checking in my folders, I am literally clicking on 25 or 30 different things just to see if anybody has turned those things in. It doesn't give us a really good announcement, or Schoology doesn't do a great job of saying something was turned in from this time period. So I'm kind of going through. It does ding us a little bit. There is an announcement piece, but you should see our announcements list, guys. It's in a lot of cases 40 and 50 announcements long. So we're trying to keep on track of that. And that's part of our job during the school day, is to keep checking on those things. And if things get turned in as they're due, when they're due, it makes it really, really easy, because I'm already checking those things, and those are the top of the announcements. The things that get turned in late, like there's the quick quiz from last week that some people have still not finished in my on-level class. Those things are not something that's in my forefront of my mind to check. So you really have to get in there and let me know. Shoot me a Schoology message. Hey, Mr. Mace, I just redid the quick quiz from last week. Or Mr. Mace, that missing assignment from science, please let me know that you completed that. I want to get you the points. I want to get you as many opportunities to improve your score as possible. So please let me know. Shoot me a Schoology message saying, I went back to this and I finished it. The things in Schoology, guys, I will try to start closing them out and unpublishing them to you guys when I see that the entire class has completed something. And right now, unfortunately, I'm going to have, probably starting next week, I'll have 3 windows open, because there are a handful of us who are still not done some of those mandatory assignments or requirements in Schoology. So please make sure that we are trying to accomplish those. I will eventually have to start closing those things out, and I don't want things to become a permanent zero for you. I really have no way to get you worksheets. I have no way to keep getting you extra opportunities at that if you're not taking advantage. One positive that I will say this week, guys, is I think I had about 5 or 6 different individual Zoom meetings with students who were struggling with a math concept. And I think they went well. I'm figuring out different ways to share my screen and hopefully visually show you and kind of explain to you as we're going through that process what it looks like. So if you are struggling with any of this stuff, and I know the interior angles of multi-sided figures, polygons in my accelerated class, it's been a challenge. There is a lot of tutorials we've given with that, but it is a hard concept. And I've had to walk a few people through it. There's no shame in that. And that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm in school trying to communicate and contact that with you. There's only so much I can say in a 10-minute video. So I need you to let me know if you are struggling with something, and just tell me, Mr. Mace, I need to set up a Zoom. Can you please set up an individual Zoom? And then when you send me that message, be ready and available, because if I'm in the room and I'm not talking with somebody else, I will get back to you and set that Zoom up in a matter of minutes, like one or two. So please take advantage of that opportunity. We are not going to have a group Zoom meeting today, more so because I want to be available for people to set up individual Zooms. And we've had about the same 20 to 30 people coming into the Zoom meetings, which is nothing wrong with that. And thank you guys for doing that. But I'm still trying to make contact with the other 10 to 15 people that I have not seen in those Zooms, or who are not being as active as others. Again, just last ditch reminder here, guys. Today is Friday. It's the end of the week. We are tending to give you about a week before things get entered into the grade book. And most things, guys, are just simply being graded upon completion, or at least completion at a 70% level. Those kinds of things are how your points are going into the grade book. And I do have a lot of people who are still missing some Think Central assignments, or who are not even logging into Prodigy at all. Those things are being added into the gradebook just as a completion point, or, hey, thanks for doing this. Thanks for getting in there and doing that. So this is kind of a catch-up day. I do need everybody in here again to get into your math April 17th folder today and complete your quick quiz. But don't do that until you have watched all the videos, all the extra tutorials that are in there today, to help you hopefully reinforce what is on that quick quiz, and also getting into Think Central and doing that practice quick quiz. All right. I'm here. I'm available for you. Please ask questions. It makes my day go by a lot quicker if I'm talking to people as well, and if I'm actually going through those things. So please take advantage of that. I don't know how long this stuff is going to last, guys. I would love to say that we're done with this in 2 weeks and we're back to school at the beginning of May. I don't know. It's completely up in the open at this point, up in the air, I should say. And if this is the new normal for the rest of the year, we need to start becoming very, very efficient with this process. And you need to start taking advantage of the opportunities that I'm providing for you. So please don't hesitate to ask. All right. Have a great Friday, guys. And if I don't talk to you at some point today, please have a great weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful weather. Get outside, get some exercise, enjoy yourself. And I'll see you again on Monday.